Hello there everybody and welcome back to Tree of Tranquility. I'm back only a couple days after the last video. I would have liked to have a little bit more time, but we are actually going to meet our next villager as we walk outside the door. I've done a couple of my chores today and I figured I'd come back inside the house and grab some more seeds to plant, and then as soon as I did that, I actually ran into the mysterious villager that had moved in a couple days ago. So I figured I didn't want to miss the opportunity to show that off. Good morning, would you like to buy some seeds? I've got quite a selection. And a selection he has indeed. You can see here that he has a wide variety of spring seeds. He has stuff in summer, in fall, and in winter. So if you go through the list, you'll be able to find not only crops, but you'll be able to find flowers, and you'll also be able to buy herb seeds, which from this point, we haven't been able to actually purchase unless it's a special occasion, such as the Flower Festival or the Harvest Festival. I do believe we bought a couple of things from Craig the one time. And he also carries all the inventory for all the different stores. For example, he sells the spicy pepper seeds, which we usually will buy from Samson on Toucan Island. So he's basically the go-to guy for all different kinds of seeds that you could ever possibly want for every single season. So he is a really great resource. And he's also selling some unique stuff, one of them being flax, which we absolutely need in order to do some rucksack upgrades. So they're quite pricey, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy maybe 6. I don't know how much it sells for, but I'm going to try and plant different seeds in different varying quality soil and see what I come up with. I still have a few days left in spring, and so it shouldn't take that long for flax to come in, or so I hope. The rest of this stuff I've already kind of gotten an upper hand on growing for the spring season, but if I wanted to grow some things in summer, I could pick up some things here. But again, a lot of what I can grow in summer that I want to grow, I can probably already buy from Ruth. It might be worth picking up some flower seeds. Maybe we'll pick up some flowers and we can store them for later. I do know we bought some stuff at the Flower Festival, but it doesn't hurt just to keep seeds around. It's not like they go bad or anything like that. My bag's probably gonna get pretty full here. So that'll probably be all that I want to buy. He also sells the seedlings, the same seedlings that his mother sells. He sells fertilizer. The only thing he doesn't sell are crops, and that's probably because he sells seeds for all different kinds of seasons here. So that's definitely a good haul. This is a very good character to meet and to run into. When you first moved here, did you happen to train at Souffle Farm by any chance? As a matter of fact, I did. Aha! I knew it. I've heard about you. It's a nice place, huh? Yeah, it was alright. Your dad's not very nice. I'm the son of the owners. Did you meet my sister? She's great. I'm proud of her. Aw, well that's sweet. What's your name, by the way? I see. Nick, eh? I'm Taylor and I run Taylor Seeds. Just dial 881 to reach me for all of your harvesting needs. So yes, Taylor does not have a traditional store in the sense that you'll be able to go and buy stuff from him, but you can call him on the telephone and you can buy stuff from him that way. We do have a telephone in our house. It's upstairs on the 2nd floor, and so if I need anything from him, I can just buy it through the phone. I'm not too worried about stocking up on other seeds, and the reason for that is because the game will always make the 1st of the month on a Sunday when the Souffle Farm is open. When you roll over to a new season, you will never ever ever run into the opportunity to not be able to get a head start on your planting, because the way that the calendar works is it always makes sure that Souffle Farm is open, which is really really nice. So when summer rolls around, I've got a few things to start with. I've got a couple of things I bought from Taylor, some flowers and things like that. I also have some flowers I bought from the flower festival, but I'll go to Ruth for all of my crop needs, I think, and that will pretty much have that sort of taken care of for me, so I don't have to worry too much. And like I had mentioned in the last video, meeting him is completely random. You're going to meet him as you walk out your front door on a sunny day. So I'm actually very fortunate that we ran into him in the spring season, because that's one of the only ways that you can get flax, and unfortunately the flax will only grow in spring, so I really hope that that will grow by the time the season ends. I'm thinking that I maybe want to swing by Hannah's and pick up another silkworm. I've been talking about it and sort of thinking about it for a while now, and it's probably not a bad idea. And of course my bag is full, so I don't even know why I'm bothering to forage, because I have all these seeds in my bag. So we'll see if we can run into anyone along the way here and say hello to them. I might stop in and give Julius a gift, just because. I still have a lot of catching up to do. He's so far behind compared to the other bachelors since he only just arrived on the island, so try to stop in and give him a gift when he's around. He's such an easy character to find. Like, he's always here during business hours, so he's not difficult to track down at all. And now I've kind of put myself in a rock and a hard place with a couple of the bachelors. I've run into some problems that I have to try and figure out a way to work around so that I'm able to record the rest of the events for that particular person and also get the rival events out of the way. So I'll check in on Hannah here. I forget how much silkworms cost, I'll have to check. This is also probably a really good chance for me to buy some more birdseed, because normally you can just make fodder, but you can't make feed from what I've been able to tell. So I like to come by Hannah's every once in a while and stock up. Usually, most of the time, I can let the chickens out to graze, and that's not a problem, but I have to always have food for the silkworm. And someone pointed out in a video or two ago how it's kind of sad that the silkworm never gets to go out in the sunshine with all the other animals, and I kind of have to agree, it is kind of sad, so we should probably get the silkworm a little friend here. It actually doesn't cost that much to buy one, especially compared to some of the other animals, and it might also be worth one of these days getting a duck. But one thing at a time, we're gonna go ahead and just buy the silkworm. And I think our silkworm's name is Slick, so I think I'm gonna call this silkworm Slink, just to have kind of similar sounding names, easy to remember, and that will get sent to our ranch right away. So there we go, we'll now have a more constant supply of cocoons, and because the silkworm doesn't live for very long, this will allow us to keep on having silkworms on the farm in the case that one does pass away. Because I've done all my chores today, I don't really have a lot of other things that I was planning on doing. I was planning on just playing the day on my own and minding my own business when I had realized that no matter when I had left the house that day, I was gonna run into Taylor. I'd love to go mining, but I can't, and I figured out that I have the glitch on my game where you go to a certain floor of the mine to meet up with Calvin for his 5-heart request, and the game just totally freezes and there's nothing that you can do. And so that really isn't a good thing because I can't go mining. It bugs out my game. I'm afraid it's gonna mess with my save file. Thank God it hasn't so far. And you can see that Calvin is at 5 hearts. There's no sense in getting him to any other higher heart level, because when a bachelor or a bachelorette hits 5 hearts, you have to be able to complete their request that they give you in order to be able to marry them. So I'm not able to record any more heart events for Calvin. I can't get his confession. I won't be able to marry him. And I'm gonna have to somehow find a way to work down his hearts so that I can keep him at 4 or less, so that I don't run into the glitch every single time I run into the mine, because this has also put me in a situation where I cannot complete Owen's 5 heart request. His request is to make it down to the 30th floor of the mine, which I cannot do. Once I hit the 10th floor, the cutscene with Calvin starts and my entire game freezes up. So I'm gonna have to look online and find a list of gifts that he really hates, or just give him stuff that pretty much everybody hates, like failed dishes or something like that, and just work down his hearts. And from there, I probably won't bother giving him gifts anymore, and what I will focus on instead is getting him and Phoebe married off. Because I think that's kind of the best place to go from here. But aside from Calvin, there's no need to worry. Most of the bachelor's requests are fairly reasonable. The only one who has quite a difficult request is Chase. Just my luck. But most of them are pretty reasonable and not very difficult to do. I also don't know why you're just hanging out in front of my house. It's a little weird, I guess, but hi. So I will be able to record all events and get all of that good jazz for all the other bachelors. It's just Calvin. And there is a later version of this game with a different disc that was shipped out in order to fix the problem, but I have the early version of the game. We also have to find some time to go and talk to Mayor Hamilton at the inn about another possible seed, but I don't think he's at the bar today. I think Chase told us that he goes there on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Before Town Hall closes, I'm going to try and sneak this gift to Gil because it's the last one in my inventory, so I can clear up a space and give him that. I've completed Gil's request, so he's most likely the first one that I'm going to be able to finish all of the events for. You can see he has the most hearts, and I should be able to get his confession soon, which will also mean that I will be coming in the possession of the blue feather. And then from here, it's just gonna kind of cascade down, and I'll get the rest of these gents and their events in due time. So right now I'm really just focusing mostly on crops. That has been a really great moneymaker for me this month. After living in the winter season and not having a lot of variety of stuff to grow, it's really great to go back to having a lot of different things to grow. Because in year one, obviously we did our best, we planted what we could, but now that we have more money, we can afford to grow more. We can afford to buy expensive seeds like strawberry seeds. We have more room to plant stuff. We have better tools, and all around everything is just better. Figured I would come check the mountain for some bamboo shoots if I can maybe sell some of those. And then after that, I am probably just going to end the video because if you couldn't tell, I've just been running around and trying to fill enough space to do a video. I really was very unprepared to do a video. I was hoping that I was going to come back a little bit later so I'd have more to talk about, but I guess I don't have to fit so much into the next video since there are a couple of things I was able to talk about today. And I cannot find the rainbow. Oh my god. So I blew a bit of money. I hope that I will either be able to work down Calvin's hearts quickly, or alternatively I can use the other mine to get some jewels. Because mining is still my go-to for money making, and at the moment I'm kind of robbed at that opportunity and I'm not able to do that. So I hope that I can come up with some sort of solution sometime soon. Hopefully by the next time you see me I'll have that worked out. Apparently I forgot to come and grab the eggs today, which isn't a good thing because that also means that I forgot to feed my silkworm. Oh my god. Because I was going to come here and feed the new silkworm. I hope that they're going to be okay in the morning and then that they're not going to be too sick or too angry with me. I feel really bad that I forgot to do that. That's like the worst feeling in the world. You feel so terribly, you know, neglectful and awful. And I have one space in my rucksack, so I'm just kind of playing building blocks here so that I can get my stuff shipped. Which you kind of have to do sometimes. I'm kind of an idiot. I really should have just gone right back into my house after I bought all that stuff from Taylor and put it into my rucksack or my storage box, but I had been in and out of my house so many times today already, I just didn't feel like going back. So anyways, we got it all worked out. You can see that a lot of my flowers had come in today, a bunch of my moondrops, some of the other yellow flowers, some honey. I got a diamond as a gift from Calvin, which was nice. I can use that to ship. And I also got some other flowers, some lavender had come in as well, but I'm saving a few of these flowers for gifts and also in order to make perfume, because perfume is quite profitable. So now I hope that nothing unexpected comes up where I have to come by earlier than I'd like, and if everything goes to plan, I'll have another 4 days to play before our flea market, and hopefully by then I've got a couple of things worked out and I have some other things to talk about. And then after that we still have another week before we hit our animal festival. So that's it for me and my little mini unexpected update. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.